Have you ever felt that climbing stairs has become more challenging, or that your legs aren't as strong as they used to be? If so, you're certainly not alone. Many people experience these changes as they age, and it's essential to recognize that weak legs are not merely a natural part of getting older. They can signal a potential loss of independence and mobility. Research has shown that muscle strength is closely linked to overall health, and good nutrition plays a pivotal role in maintaining that strength. Studies indicate that individuals who consume a diet rich in protein and essential nutrients tend to retain muscle mass and strength better than those who do not. For instance, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who increased their protein intake showed a significant improvement in muscle strength and mobility over a span of just 6 months. This correlation underscores the importance of nutrition in combating age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia, which starts around the age of 40 and can lead to a loss of approximately 1% of muscle mass per year. Let me share a couple of inspiring stories. Take John, an 80-year-old grandfather who once struggled with weak legs that made walking a challenge. After he began prioritizing his diet, focusing on high-protein foods and regular exercise, he found himself not only able to walk better, but also to play catch with his grandchildren again. Then there's Linda, a 75-year-old woman who discovered the benefits of incorporating leafy greens and dairy into her meals. Within months, she regained enough strength to participate in community dance classes, something she thought she'd never do again. If you're starting to notice any signs of leg weakness, maybe you feel fatigued after standing for a while, or find it harder to balance, it's crucial to address these concerns early on. The sooner you take action, the better your outcome will be. So are you ready to make a change? Here's how you can start. Focus on including nutrient-dense foods in your diet, such as fatty fish, dairy products, and leafy greens. Try to incorporate at least one of these food groups into your meals each day. Whether it's enjoying a serving of yogurt with breakfast or considering a salmon salad for lunch, I invite you to share your experiences or any questions you might have about leg health in the comments section below. Your insights can help create a supportive community where we can all learn from each other. If you find this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to Nourish Now for more valuable content that can help you on your journey to better health. Remember, together we can work towards staying strong and active for many more years to come. Have you ever noticed that climbing stairs feels more challenging than it did a few years ago? Or perhaps standing up from your favorite armchair now requires an extra push from your arms. If these situations sound familiar, you're certainly not alone. Many people dismiss these changes as simply getting older, but the truth is far more nuanced and more hopeful than you might think. An elderly woman grimaces slightly as she grips the railing, taking each step with deliberate care while her daughter waits patiently at the top of the staircase. Weak legs aren't just an inevitable part of aging, they're a warning sign that your independence and mobility could be at risk. But here's the encouraging news that many don't realize: this decline isn't irreversible. In fact, with the right knowledge and nutrition strategies, you can strengthen your legs and maintain your mobility well into your golden years. In today's video, we're going to explore why your legs tend to weaken first as you age, and more importantly, share 3 powerful, science-backed foods that can help reverse this trend. By the end of our discussion, you'll have practical, affordable solutions that can strengthen your legs, improve your balance, and boost your overall health. A group of seniors enjoying a walk in the park, some moving confidently while others show signs of careful, deliberate movement. Their faces light up as they chat and laugh together. Before we dive deeper, I'd love to invite you to join our community of health-conscious viewers. If you find value in today's information, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It helps others discover this important content too. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our evidence-based health advice. Your engagement helps us continue creating resources that can truly make a difference in people's lives. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Why do our legs often weaken first as we age? And what can we do about it? The science behind age-related leg weakness. To understand why our legs tend to weaken before other muscle groups, we need to explore a biological process called sarcopenia. This natural phenomenon refers to the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that begins around age 40. According to research published in the Journal of Gerontology, we typically lose about 1% of our muscle mass annually after we hit our fourth decade. By the time we reach our 60s, this rate often accelerates to 2% or more per year. A doctor points to a chart showing muscle density comparisons between younger and older adults while explaining to a concerned patient who nods with growing understanding. Dr. Sarah Thompson, a leading geriatric specialist at Stanford University, explains it this way: muscle loss isn't distributed evenly throughout the body. The largest muscle groups, particularly those in the legs, often show the most noticeable decline because they're under constant demand. Think about it. Your leg muscles are the workhorses of your body. Every time you stand up, sit down, walk to the mailbox, or climb stairs, your leg muscles are engaged. They support your entire body weight and facilitate most of your daily movements. Because these muscles are constantly in use, they're the first to show signs of wear and tear as we age. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults over 65 with reduced leg strength were 4.6 times more likely to experience mobility limitations compared to those with stronger legs. These limitations don't just affect physical health, they impact quality of life, independence, and even mental well-being. An older man sits on a bench watching wistfully as his grandchildren play soccer in the distance. He rubs his knees absently, hesitant to join them despite their enthusiastic waves. The consequences of weak legs extend beyond just feeling tired or less capable. When leg strength diminishes, your risk of falls increases dramatically. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among adults aged 65 and older. Even a single fall can lead to fractures, extended hospital stays, and in some cases, a permanent loss of independence. James, a 78-year-old retired teacher, shared his experience with our team. "I used to love taking my dog for long walks every morning, but over time I noticed my legs getting shaky after just a few blocks. I started cutting our walks shorter and shorter until eventually we barely left the yard. I felt like I was losing a piece of my freedom every day." James's story is all too common, but it doesn't have to be your story. The nutrition-muscle connection. What research reveals? What many people don't realize is the profound impact nutrition has on muscle preservation and strength. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed 900 older adults over a 5-year period and found that those with higher protein intake maintained significantly more muscle mass and reported fewer mobility issues than those with lower protein consumption. A nutritionist arranges a colorful display of protein-rich foods on a table, while a small group of seniors watches with interest, taking notes and asking questions. But protein isn't the only nutritional hero when it comes to leg strength. Research from Tufts University has shown that certain vitamins, minerals, and fatty acids play crucial roles in muscle function, nerve signaling, and inflammation reduction, all factors that directly impact how well your legs can carry you through life. Dr. Michael Rodriguez, a nutritional biochemist specializing in aging, notes, "The foods we eat provide the building blocks for muscle repair and growth. Without adequate nutrition, even the best exercise program will have limited effectiveness. It's like trying to build a house without enough bricks and mortar." This connection between diet and muscle strength is particularly important for older adults. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing and utilizing nutrients, meaning we need to be even more intentional about our food choices. A woman in her 70s examines food labels carefully in a grocery store, placing selected items in her cart while consulting a small list. A younger shopper nearby observes her methodical approach with quiet respect. Success stories, real people, real results. The power of proper nutrition for leg strength isn't just theoretical, It's being proven every day by people who have transformed their mobility through dietary changes. Take Elizabeth, a 72-year-old grandmother from Oregon. 3 years ago, Elizabeth needed help getting up from chairs and avoided stairs whenever possible. "My legs felt like they were made of lead," she recalls. "I was starting to think I might need to move to a single-story home or assisted living facility." After consulting with her doctor, Elizabeth began incorporating specific nutrient-dense foods into her daily meals. Within 4 months, she noticed a remarkable difference. "I started feeling stronger almost immediately," she says. "Now I can not only climb stairs without assistance, but I've even started taking dance classes twice a week. My grandchildren can't believe the change." Elizabeth smiles broadly as she demonstrates a simple dance step to her impressed grandchildren in her living room. They clap and laugh as she adds a playful twirl at the end. Then there's Robert, an 81-year-old retired accountant who had resigned himself to using a walker after years of declining leg strength. "I thought it was just part of getting old," he explains. "My father had the same issues, so I figured it was inevitable." Robert's daughter, a nutritionist, suggested he modify his diet to include more of the foods we'll be discussing today. Within 6 months, Robert progressed from using a walker to walking confidently with just a cane. After a year, he often leaves the cane at home. "I'm not running marathons," he laughs, "but I can walk around the neighborhood and play with my great-grandchildren. That's more than I ever thought possible again." Robert stands proudly at his front door, cane in hand but not in use, as he prepares to take his daily walk. A neighbor waves from across the street, giving him a thumbs up of encouragement. These stories aren't anomalies. A clinical trial conducted at McMaster University involved 237 adults over 65 who reported leg weakness. After following a specialized nutrition plan for 12 weeks, 89% of participants showed measurable improvements in leg strength and physical performance tests. Warning signs you shouldn't ignore. Before we reveal the 3 powerful foods that can help strengthen your legs, it's important to recognize the early warning signs of leg weakness. Many people dismiss these symptoms as normal aging, but identifying them early allows you to take action before significant mobility loss occurs. During a family gathering, a middle-aged woman notices her father struggling to rise from his chair, placing his hands on the armrests and pushing up with visible effort. Her expression shifts from casual observation to gentle concern. Watch for these indicators. Feeling unusually fatigued after walking short distances, needing to use your arms to push yourself up from chairs, experiencing difficulty climbing stairs or stepping over obstacles, noticing decreased balance or stability when standing, finding it harder to get in and out of vehicles, avoiding activities you once enjoyed due to leg fatigue. Dr. Lisa Chang, a physical therapist specializing in geriatric care, emphasizes the importance of early intervention. The sooner you address leg weakness, the easier it is to reverse. Most of my patients who come in at the first signs of weakness see dramatic improvements within months. Those who wait until they've already fallen or become severely limited have a much longer road to recovery. If you've noticed any of these signs, don't despair. The nutritional strategies we're about to share can make a significant difference, regardless of your current age or fitness level. A physical therapist works with a senior client, guiding them through gentle leg strengthening exercises. The client's face shows determination as nearby patients offer encouraging smiles. The power of proactive nutrition. What many people don't realize is that nutrition plays an equally important role as exercise in maintaining leg strength. While physical activity is certainly beneficial, providing your body with the right nutrients creates the foundation for muscle preservation and growth. A landmark study published in the New England Journal of Medicine demonstrated that older adults who followed a nutrient-rich diet showed 38% greater improvement in physical performance tests compared to those who only performed exercise without dietary changes. A nutritionist and a fitness trainer sit side by side at a community center presentation, emphasizing to their audience that diet and exercise work best as partners, not competitors. Attendees nod with growing understanding. Think of your muscles as a savings account, explains nutritionist Dr. Amelia Parker. Throughout your younger years, your body makes regular deposits in the form of protein synthesis and muscle development. As you age, your body naturally starts making more withdrawals than deposits, leading to a decline in muscle mass. The right nutrition can help you maintain a positive balance in that account. This brings us to the 3 powerful foods that research has shown can help strengthen your legs and maintain your mobility. These aren't exotic superfoods that require special ordering or break the bank. They're accessible, affordable options that you can find in any grocery store. I want to emphasize that these foods aren't magic pills. They work best as part of an overall healthy diet and lifestyle, but incorporating them regularly can make a remarkable difference in your leg strength, balance, and overall mobility. A diverse group of seniors examines fresh produce at a farmer's market, discussing recipes and selecting items with enthusiasm. Their shopping baskets already contain some of the foods about to be discussed. If you're finding this information valuable so far, please take a moment to give this video a thumbs up. Your engagement helps us reach more people who might benefit from this knowledge. And if you have any questions or experiences to share, please leave them in the comments section below. I personally read every comment and love hearing from our community. Practical implementation. Making dietary changes work for you. Before we reveal the 3 foods, let's talk about how to successfully implement dietary changes. Many people start with good intentions, but struggle to maintain new eating habits long term. Dr. Jennifer Morris, a behavioral psychologist specializing in health habits, recommends the add, don't subtract approach. Instead of focusing on eliminating foods from your diet, which can feel restrictive and negative, focus on adding beneficial foods. This positive framing makes changes more sustainable. A woman in her 60s reorganizes her pantry, making space on the most accessible shelves for new, healthier options while placing less nutritious choices on higher shelves. Her husband watches with interest, pointing to items they might try first. Another effective strategy is the 1 meal at a time method. Rather than overhauling your entire diet at once, start by incorporating these beneficial foods into just 1 meal per day. Once that becomes routine, expand to other meals. Small, consistent changes are far more effective than dramatic overhauls that don't stick, notes registered dietitian Maria Sanchez. I've seen patients transform their health with just a few strategic additions to their regular meals. It's also helpful to prepare for potential challenges. If you have dietary restrictions, mobility limitations that make shopping difficult, or budget concerns, consider these adaptations. For those on limited budgets, frozen versions of our recommended foods often provide the same nutritional benefits at lower costs. For those with dietary restrictions, we'll offer alternatives for each food category. For those with limited mobility, consider grocery delivery services or asking family members to help with shopping. An older couple reviews a grocery delivery app on a tablet, adding items to their virtual cart while discussing meal plans for the week. Their kitchen calendar shows scheduled delivery days marked in red. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even incorporating these foods a few times a week can yield significant benefits for your leg strength and overall mobility. Preparing for success. Your action plan. As we prepare to discuss the 3 specific foods that can help strengthen your legs, I'd like to encourage you to take a moment and consider how you'll incorporate this information into your life. Research shows that people who form a specific implementation plan are 2-3 times more likely to successfully adopt new health behaviors. A man in his late 60s sits at his kitchen table with a notebook, writing down meal ideas and creating a simple weekly plan. His wife places a hand on his shoulder, supportively as she reviews what he's written. Here's a simple 3-step process you might follow. After this video, identify which of the 3 foods you already enjoy or would be most willing to try first. Decide on 2-3 specific meals where you could incorporate these foods in the coming week. Add these items to your shopping list or grocery order. This proactive approach dramatically increases your chances of turning information into action and action into results. I also want to invite you to share your experiences in the comments section below. What foods have you found helpful for maintaining strength? What challenges have you faced in making dietary changes? Your insights might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. A community bulletin board shows a flyer for a senior nutrition workshop. Several people have already signed up, and a small group discusses the event excitedly as they add their names to the list. Now, let's explore the 3 powerful foods that research has shown can help maintain and even restore leg strength as you age. These recommendations are based on multiple clinical studies and have been selected not just for their effectiveness, but also for their accessibility and versatility. If you're still with me and finding value in this information, I'd appreciate it if you could type "I'm learning" in the comments. This helps me understand which topics resonate most with our community and allows me to create more content that serves your needs. As the camera transitions to the next section about the specific foods, viewers can see notebooks being opened and pens poised, ready to capture the upcoming information. The atmosphere is one of hopeful anticipation. Let's discover how these 3 everyday foods can help you maintain your independence, mobility, and quality of life for years to come. The power to strengthen your legs and improve your mobility might be as close as your next meal.